One, she laughed in my face that night. "You're just jealous about my work trip, right?" she said, rolling her eyes like I was some paranoid fool. But a week later, when I found her in a hotel hot tub with her boss, laughing like our marriage meant nothing, that was the day something inside me broke, and something new was born. A calm, cold kind of revenge that she never saw coming. My name's Daniel, and I'd been married to Olivia for 8 years. She was smart, confident, and had recently landed a big job promotion. I was proud of her, at least until she started acting different. Suddenly, late-night meetings became essential. Her phone was glued to her hand, and she started dressing up even when working from home. When I asked if everything was okay, she laughed it off. "You're overthinking, Daniel. It's just work." Then came the trip. She told me her company was flying, her and her boss, to a business conference 2 states away. 3 nights, all expenses paid. She was excited, almost too excited. When I casually said, "I'd love to come along and explore the city while you're working," she froze. Then she laughed, that dismissive, condescending laugh, and said, "You're just jealous, aren't you?" That word hit me. Jealous. I wasn't jealous. I was alert. The morning she left, I hugged her goodbye and slipped a small tracking tag, the kind you put on keys, inside her suitcase handle. I didn't plan on using it unless my instincts screamed at me, and they did. That first night, she didn't answer any of my calls. Just one text. "Busy, big presentation tomorrow." But the tracker showed she wasn't at the conference hotel. She was across town at a luxury resort. I didn't say a word. I packed a bag and took the next flight out. When I arrived, I stayed 2 blocks away from her location. Pretending to be on a business trip myself, I called her that night. "Hey, how's the conference?" I asked. She giggled and said, "Tiring. Just going to bed now." I looked at the tracker. She was still at the resort. "All right," I said. "Sleep well?" The next morning, I walked straight into the resort like I belonged there. It was easy. A confident walk opens most doors. And there they were, out by the pool. Her boss, a man twice my size, and Olivia, in a hot tub, laughing, clinking glasses, her hand on his arm. For a moment, I couldn't breathe. My world blurred. But instead of storming over, I took out my phone. Snap, snap, snap. A few photos from the right angles, and everything was captured, proof, not just for me, but for what would come next. I didn't confront her that day. I turned around, went home, and started planning. When she returned, she acted perfectly normal. She hugged me, said she missed me, and handed me a souvenir mug, like nothing happened. I smiled. "Thanks, love," I said. "How was the trip?" She lied smoothly. "So productive. My boss said I might get a promotion." I nodded. "That's great. Actually, I want to celebrate too. I've been working on something big myself." That night, I showed her the surprise. A thank you dinner at her boss's favorite restaurant. She looked shocked but played along. Her boss arrived first, smiling awkwardly. Then I walked in with her, holding her hand. We sat down. The tension was thick. I ordered wine, kept my tone polite. Halfway through, I said, "By the way, I took some time off too. Needed a short break." I pulled out my phone, placed it face up on the table, and opened the photo gallery. There she was, Olivia and her boss in the hot tub, laughing under hotel lights. The color drained from both their faces. Her fork clattered on the plate. The restaurant fell silent around us. I leaned forward and said quietly, "That's from your work trip, right?" Then I smiled at the boss. "You might want to let HR know you're sleeping with your subordinates. Saves everyone time." I stood up and left. The fallout was immediate. Her company launched an internal investigation. Her boss was fired within a week for misconduct. Olivia tried to beg for forgiveness, crying that it was just a mistake, but I'd already spoken to my lawyer. The divorce papers were ready. When she realized what she'd lost, our home, our stability, my trust, she broke down completely. But I didn't yell. I didn't gloat. My silence was louder than any revenge speech could be. A few months later, I heard she'd moved in with a friend and was struggling to find work, and her reputation ruined after the HR scandal. Meanwhile, I rebuilt my life quietly, got a new job, started traveling again. One evening, she texted me, "You were right. I didn't deserve you." I didn't reply, because some messages don't need answers. And as I sat watching the sunset, I realized something powerful, and sometimes the best revenge isn't anger. It's peace. It's moving forward while they drown in the mess they created. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.